nice to see you again. I have your son's blood test back from last week.
Hi, Dr. Brown. I hope it's good news.
Well, I'll have a seat and we can discuss the results.
Alright, sounds good to me.
I'm sorry to say, David, that the test didn't come back clean. As you may have expected, your son Max has albinism.
Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not surprised. I've heard of albinism, and I know that the most obvious symptoms include lack of pigment. Max has had white, blonde hair and skin, much fairer than me and my wife ever since he was born. I also know that there are multiple forms of albinism. Do you know which one he has?
Your son has type 2 of albinism, which is caused by a defect in the P gene. This means that your son will have slight coloration, but still will be much lighter than the average person.
Are there other symptoms to the disease besides light coloration?
Yeah. Usually people with albinism have vision problems including cross eyes, light sensitivity, rapid eye movement, or even blindness. Luckily, your son Max only has some light sensitivity and impaired vision, which is much easier to deal with.
Okay, well that is good news. However, it sounds like we may need to know certain strategies so we can properly deal with these complications. Are there any treatments or cures?
There are no cures for the disease as it has to do with your son's genome, which is something we can't currently change. However, there is treatment. Your son can use special prescription glasses to help with his eyesight. His sensitivity to light can be fixed by wearing special sunglasses to help block the sun.
Is there anything to worry about besides the obvious symptoms?
Well, yes. Unfortunately, your son's fair skin will make him very prone to skin cancer. This is serious but can be prevented. To help prevent, your son should wear clothes that cover lots of his skin, hats to help cover his face, and he should also make sure to apply sunscreen all over his body to protect him even further.
Alright, so what about besides the physical symptoms?
Well, unfortunately, there will be some social complications. Many kids with albinism suffer in school because of teasing from other kids. They even feel different from the other students because of their appearance. They may even suffer with the same problem in family life.
Well, I will certainly try to help him by supporting him and being a lovely family at home. I don't know if that'll be enough, especially since we can't be with him at school.
Don't worry. To deal with psychological problems, your son can attend one of the many available support groups.
Do you know any of the specific ones?
Well, you could try Albinism World Alliance, or AWA, which will give your son therapy and help him connect with kids that are just like him. If you wanted to try a more family-forward option, you could try the MD Junction Albinism Support Group, which would help you, your wife, and your son.
Thanks. All of this has been really helpful, but I can't help wondering how a child got the disease if neither me and my wife had it.
Well, the gene called OCA that tells the body to produce melanin or pigmentation is defective in children with albinism. The defective OCA trait is a recessive trait, meaning that people can carry it without showing symptoms. You and your wife must have both been carriers, and when you came together, the two recessive traits from each of you combined, causing him to have albinism.
Is there any way we could have known beforehand or prevented in the future?
You could have gotten tested beforehand, which would only have allowed us to predict this coming. As for the future, all we can do is use statistics to find the likelihood of one of your future children getting the defective trait. Usually when two carriers have children, 1 in 4 will actually get the disease.
Will all of our future children also be carriers?
No, according to statistics, 1 in 4 should also have a clean health bill, meaning that they will neither show symptoms or be a carrier.
Alright, well that's good news. Just out of curiosity, how common is the disease?
Well, among Americans, there's about every 5 in 100,000 people who have albinism, but it's more common in other places such as Nigeria, where every 20 in 100,000 people have it.
That's interesting. I can't help feeling like it's my fault for not getting tested in the first place, but I guess I'll make up for it by being the best parent I can be and supporting my kid.
That sounds like a great plan. If you continue to have these guilty feelings, it's never too early to go to one of the support groups I suggested.
Thanks. I realize how unfortunate this disease is, but I have to say I'm not surprised. His physical symptoms were pretty obvious. This appointment has been so helpful and will be useful for both me and my wife in raising our son. We will follow your advice and will come bring him for normal checkups to make sure he's healthy.
Great. In addition to that, I would also recommend finding him a dermatologist so he can have his skin monitored for cancer and other possible concerns.
I'll make sure to do that. Thank you, Dr. Brown. I'll contact you if anything comes up, but right now, I'm off to buy some sunscreen.
Sounds like a good